30 days changed everything. 30 days ago, I thought I had an income problem. I was wrong. Every month, I told myself the same story. If I just made a little more money, everything would be fine. A raise, a bonus, a side hustle, something. But no matter how much I earned, my bank account always seemed to end up in the same place. Then I discovered something uncomfortable. The problem wasn't my income. The problem was that my money was disappearing faster than I realized. So I decided to run an experiment. For 30 days, I tracked every dollar. No excuses, no impulse spending, no pretending I would save next month. And what happened shocked me. Not because I became rich. I didn't. But after 30 days, I looked at my bank account, and for the first time in years, I wasn't stressed about money. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what happened, day by day, the wins, the failures, the cravings, and the one psychological shift that changed everything. Here's the problem. Most people think being broke is about income. I just need a raise. If I made $10,000 more, I'd be fine. False. I made that excuse for 3 years. Every time I got a bonus, my spending magically expanded to eat it up. That's called lifestyle inflation. And it's the #1 wealth killer no one talks about. According to a 2024 study by the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans would struggle to cover a $400 emergency expense. Not $40,000, $400. You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because your money has a leak, and you can't even see it. So I decided to track every single dollar for 30 days, cut every non-essential, and see what happens. This is the Zero Waste Spending Challenge. Here's my starting point. Day -1. Last month's spending. Total, $1,179. On things that gave me zero long-term value. Over a year, that's over $14,000. What could you do with $14,000? That's a down payment on a car. That's 6 months of groceries. That's a flight to anywhere in the world. And I was just burning it. So I set 3 strict but doable rules for 30 days. Rule 1, no discretionary spending, essentials only, rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, health, everything else, takeout, coffee runs, new clothes, Amazon impulse buys, even that cheap happy hour drink, gone. Rule 2, the 24-hour wish list. If I want something non-essential, I write it down with the date. If I still want it in 24 hours, I have to wait until day 31 to buy it. Spoiler, I never wanted most of that stuff 24 hours later. Rule 3, visual tracking. Every dollar saved gets tracked visually. I printed a simple habit tracker. 1 box per day. Every day I stuck to the rules. I colored it green. What you see, you can't ignore. Week 1 was brutal. Honestly, I didn't think I'd make it. Day 1 was easy. Felt like a game. Day 3. I passed my usual coffee shop. The smell of fresh espresso hit me, and my brain literally tried to convince me, it's just $5, you're being stupid. This challenge is dumb. That's the trap. $5 isn't $5. It's $5 a day, $150 a month, $1,800 a year. Invested at 8% over 20 years, that $5 becomes $8,000 for 1 coffee. Day 5. I almost caved on takeout. Had a long day, didn't feel like cooking. Opened Uber Eats, scrolled for 10 minutes, then closed it. Made scrambled eggs instead. By day 7, I was irritable. My brain kept asking for cheap dopamine. But I also noticed something. I started checking my bank account more often because I wasn't afraid anymore. Week 2 got easier. Not easy. Easier. Day 10. I found myself automatically saying no to small purchases. The cravings dropped by about 70%. Day 12. I went out with friends. They ordered cocktails and appetizers. I ordered water and a side of fries. Was it awkward? For about 2 minutes. Then no one cared. But here's the psychological shift. I stopped feeling deprived. I started feeling in control. That's the difference between scarcity mindset and abundance discipline. Day 14. I looked at my wish list. There were 12 items on it, from a new hoodie to a gadget on Amazon. Guess how many I still wanted? 3. And even those I realized I didn't need immediately. Week 3 is where the magic happened. Day 16. I woke up and checked my bank account. For the first time in years, I wasn't dreading it. I was excited to see the balance. Day 18. I realized I hadn't thought about shopping in 2 days. The constant, "what should I buy next" noise in my head went quiet. Day 20. A friend asked me to join a weekend trip. Normal me would have said, "Can't afford it," even though I could on credit. But I calculated. The trip would cost about $200. Instead of swiping a card, I said, "Let me check if it fits my budget for this month." That's a sentence I'd never said before. Day 21. I transferred the first $300 of savings into a separate do not touch account. Seeing that number grow felt better than any online purchase ever did. By week 4, the rules felt automatic. Day 24. I cooked all my meals for the week for $45. Pre-COVID, I was spending $20 per meal on takeout. Day 27. I almost slipped. Saw an ad for a sale on something I actually needed. But I caught myself. Is this a need or a want? It was a want. I closed the tab. Day 30. I woke up, looked at my fully colored habit tracker, 30 green boxes, and just sat there for a minute. I did it. So after 30 days, here's what happened. $1,247 saved. That's $1,247 that would have disappeared into takeout, coffee, subscriptions, and random Amazon boxes. But here's the part that shocked me. It wasn't the money. Thought I was just saving cash. But what I actually got was mental space. The anxiety, the "how am I going to pay for next month" dread, gone. And here's the kicker. I didn't even feel poor during the challenge. I felt richer than I had in months. Because wealth isn't just how much you earn, it's how much you keep. Let me explain why this works, using real financial science. First, the 50-30-20 rule from Senator Elizabeth Warren's book. 50% of after-tax income to needs, 30% to wants, 20% to savings and debt. Before this challenge, my wants bucket was bleeding into my savings bucket every single month. I wasn't broke, I was leaking. Second, the pain of paying concept from behavioral economics. When you use cash or debit, you feel the loss. When you tap a card or click buy now, that pain disappears. The challenge forced me to feel every purchase. Or in this case, feel the absence of purchases. Third, delayed gratification. The Stanford marshmallow test showed kids who could wait got better life outcomes. This challenge is the adult version. Every time you don't impulse buy, you're training your financial future. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Most people spend years trying to earn more money. Very few spend 30 days learning how to keep it. That's why some people get raises and stay broke, and others build wealth without changing their income at all. Because wealth isn't created when money enters your life. Wealth is created when money stays in your life. 30 days didn't make me rich, but it changed something far more important. It proved that I was capable of controlling my money instead of letting my money control me. And once that happens, every financial goal becomes easier. Saving, investing, building wealth, all of it starts here, not with a bigger paycheck, but with a better system. So here's my challenge to you. Try it for 30 days, then come back and tell me what happened. I think you'll be surprised by what changes, and it might not be your bank account. That's my challenge to you. 30 days, 3 rules, no exceptions. Comment below. What's the one expense you know is draining your bank account? Hit subscribe if you're in. I'll see you in 30 days.